So there are many mid-tier designers out there, but Wind Studio has been consistent in its sound signature and looks through its first few keyboard offerings. They're all well designed and sound fantastic. Now they've come with a completely new design language for their first 75% offering. Let's take a look and see if it still holds up to their solid sound and feel philosophy. The design of the Z75 is a clear departure from the Wind X series of boards. It takes inspiration from the Z-Space Z4 NAS. Its thick bezels and rounded sides have almost a retro look, but the added cutout on the sides, the front and back polished weights bring in a modern touch. Now from a certain angle, it almost looks like this thing is floating, and the sides make it really easy to pick up and move around the desk. Now under the right column, you'll find a small cutout that shines the RGB LEDs, which is nicely diffused and shows just on the outer rim of the diffuser. So it's not really in your face, which I like quite a bit. Now if you look at it closely, you can see the design combines to form the letter Z. Yeah. Flip it around and you find the same design on the back in PVD, which is tastefully done. There are two small Wind Studio brandings on the front and back PVD pieces as well. They also have a bunch of little details like these matching black screws at the bottom that add to the premium feel. Now initially when I looked at the keyboard, I thought the top bezels was a bit too thick and could have been symmetrical to the front. But when viewed from a typing position, I think it works out really nice the way they have it designed. Overall, the look of this keyboard is going to be hit or miss depending on how minimal you like the design of your keyboards, but personally, I think it looks great. Now like all Wind Studio boards, this is a 3-piece case, so there are a total of 16 screws that you got to get through to get into the case. It's not a deal breaker, but if you constantly tinker with your board, it may be a point of frustration. The mounting method used here is your standard pour-on gasket strips that compress over the mounting points of the plate. If you built any gasket mount keyboard in the last year or so, this build is going to be pretty straightforward and easy to do. The Z75 group buy is scheduled to go live June 28th and is unlimited with a few colors to select from, including black, red, silver, gray, this interesting green, and blue, which is the color that I have. Both wired and Bluetooth versions are available with pricing starting at $365, which I think is a fair deal looking at the complexity of the design of the case. Included in the kit, you can get a case in the color of your choice. It comes with a 1.6mm non-flex cut PCB, yeah baby, available in either wired or Bluetooth. The hot swap PCB has step caps lock and split backspace compatibility, and the solder gives you left split shift, step caps lock, split backspace, ISO, and 7U bottom row options, so you have a lot to choose from if you go with solder. Now as mentioned before, the plate that you can get is either aluminum or palm, and both of these also do not have any flex cuts. The daughter board included will have battery connectors for those who go with the Bluetooth PCB, which makes it a lot easier to connect the batteries since it's all in one single place on the daughter board. You also get the pour-on gasket strips, bump-on feet, battery case covers will be included. You get a front LED diffuser foam which installs directly onto the PCB to prevent any light leak, and it does a really good job at that. You also get the foam kit, which includes an ESD sheet, case foam, plate foam, and PE sheet. Now as far as typing feel, it's really nice with no foam. The gasket implementation was executed well, so you get that nice bounce to it. Keep in mind adding any foams will reduce the flex quite a bit. The front height is 20mm paired with a 7-degree typing angle, which I found to be pretty comfortable to use during long typing sessions. Now fully built, this hefty beast comes in at 6 pounds. Yeah. Now for today's build, I went with KNC Key's latest switch, the preference switches, with an aluminum plate. Now these switches have a full nylon housing with a regular 13mm palm stem and comes hand lubed from the factory. At just 55 cents a switch, these are bangers. No need to mod, just plug and play, and they sound fantastic. I have a code and an affiliate link in the description that'll get you an additional 5% off, and I'd run to get these. One thing though, I did put a clackbit switch in the spacebar, cause yes, sound wise I think the Z75 sounds great. The alphas and mods all pop off. With no foam there is a slight bit of hollowness, but adding that ESD sheet takes care of most of it, if not all of it. But this sound test is with 0 foams, just so you can get an idea what it sounds like with no mods. Take a listen. So overall, I think Wind Studio knocked it out the park with this one. The design is fun, the typing feel and sound is what you can expect from this studio, very solid. I can strongly recommend this product if you're in the market for a 75% board and this is within your budget. Peace.